Well, we just finished staff meeting here at First Baptist. That's our Tuesday routine. And we had a great time together as a staff, just discussing what's going on in our church and how God's at work in this place, and hearing various reports about what the Lord's doing across the world. You know, we've had a team that just returned from Costa Rica, so it was good to hear Kurt and Nick share a little bit about what happened there. And today, this afternoon, the Bonet family is actually flying to to Sierra Leone rather, and they're going to be moving there to join our Restore Hope team. And so it's just interesting when you come to staff meeting week by week and just listen to all the things that are taking place in our church's life, and then we reflect upon how God is using us across the world. It's pretty incredible, really, what we're seeing the Lord do here in this place and through this place, and I'm just glad that you're a part of it. We talked a little bit today about the footprint of ministry that our church has, and it's really difficult to measure it because there are just so many places where our church is trying to share the good news of Jesus and put a face to the gospel. We talked a little bit about the counseling center and the people that come here week after week after week from all walks of life, all over our community, and their lives are being affected because of the ministry that we have set aside as a church to speak into their lives from a psychological and sociological perspective and emotional perspective, as well as a spiritual one. And then the Child Development Center, we've got families from across the community here who bring their children to us week after week and just really day after day. And what a special privilege that is for us. We had a family join our church Sunday morning, and the way that we reached them was through our Parents' Day Out ministry. That's how they found us, because they were looking for a place to bring their children a couple days a week. And then after getting to know us and living with us a little bit relationally, they made the decision to start visiting the church, and then this past Sunday morning they joined the church. And then just as we look at our missions commitments across the world and the footprint of ministry as God is using our church to take the gospel to places like Niger and Sierra Leone and Costa Rica and Japan and Indonesia and China and India. And then here this last week, Cindy was doing the Bible studies for the Christian Women's Job Corps, and we have a whole new class of women who are part of that ministry, and we're offering them just a word of encouragement and a blessing at this point in their lives, and giving them some tangible, hands-on kinds of life skill training so they can go out and really change their lives and be transformed. The reason all of that is important to us is because, to me, this is how we're following the Jesus way here at First Baptist. We talked about that Sunday morning, that the Jesus way, first of all, means that God's made it possible for us to go to heaven and to have eternal life, and the way that happens is we make our way to God through Jesus. So Jesus is the way to heaven. But we also discussed Sunday morning, if you'll remember, that Jesus is offering us a way to a real life. In fact, it's the way to a real life. And I hope that you're discovering that. I hope that as you're doing your daily Bible readings this week already, you're beginning to ask some of these questions about, what does this mean to live the Jesus way now on earth? Well, our church is answering some of that. We're living the Jesus way through the various ministries that we're invested in as a church family. But that's factored out across the community as you do that in your life, as you live the Jesus way at home and your relationship with your family, and how you're raising kids, or how you're relating to your husband or your wife or your parents, or whatever your life setting is at home, but how you're also living the Jesus way at work. I hope that you're beginning to just embrace these principles and seeking ways to actually apply them in your everyday life, because that's really what the Jesus way is all about. It's about learning how to live our real lives in real time, in real places, in real meaningful ways. So just know that I'm praying for you as you do that week after week, that you're learning how to live the Jesus way. We're trying to do that as a staff. We talk about that in this room every week, as we're trying to make sure that we're paying attention to the Jesus way in our respective ministry areas, but also in our own personal life. And I hope the same is the case in your life. That's what I'm praying for. So continue your reading. We're on an incredible journey together. I'm excited about what I see happening in this place, and I'm grateful for how God's at work in your life and in mine. So blessings as you continue to follow the Jesus way in your everyday life this week.